Hi, good morning, and today I want to make some informed psychological comment about the Ukrainian ceasefire. As you know, President Zelensky has made it very clear that he wants to have a ceasefire for the Ukrainian people with President Trump and with President Putin. Here lies the psychology of international conflict resolution. I've been involved in Northern Ireland many years ago for the troubles here, and where psychologists were very involved in understanding and researching peace conflict and peace psychology. What needs to happen here is that President Trump has got to do that deal with President Putin. But remember, these are three very extraordinary complex personalities being involved in a peace conflict resolution. President Trump wants to demonstrate his narcissism, his narcissistic personality, his bargaining power, the art of the deal. And he will do this because he wants to buy the ceasefire. And this is more about how is he going to make an impact on the world. I still believe that President Trump wants to be seen as the next Nobel Peace Prize winner. Apart from that, the most critical thing here is how do we convince and how does President Trump convince President Putin, who has got the most extreme, complex political mind that I've ever come across. Here you're dealing with psychopathic, Machiavellian tendencies. President Putin plays his cards close to his chest. But remember, he will be thinking, President Putin will be thinking, what is yours is mine, what is mine is mine. And President Putin, does he really want a deal? Psychopaths will always win at the end of the day. So whether or not President Putin is able to persuade the Ukrainian people that he is not disingenuous, that he does want a peace deal, he's got to demonstrate that power. He's got to demonstrate the sincerity of wanting to have peace with the Ukrainian people. But this comes at a huge, extraordinary, complex peace price. The price of a ceasefire is extremely costly in terms of human lives, in terms of who wins at the end of the day. There are no winners in a ceasefire, but there have to be positive outcomes for each side, including Russia. So do the Russians want peace with Ukraine? Is it all about buying the land and saying this is mine? Psychopaths always win. No matter what happens, President Putin will want to come out on top, not President Trump. Trump has major interests within Russia. And so what we're looking at here is the power of international negotiation. Peace psychology and the peace deal that they make is what happens after the 30-day ceasefire, if you do get that. This is really all about applied psychology and peace psychology. And there will be obstacles to get over both by President Trump and by President Putin, as well as Ukrainian people. But you're dealing here with hugely complex personalities, and these are personalities which have an underlying pathology attached to them. You need to really try and understand the mind of President Putin. I will be speaking more about this later in the week, but that's all for now. Goodbye.